All right, we are live, brother man. Whoo-wee. It's going to be one of them days, one right after another. I love it. Live streaming, going crazy. This is what the music industry is about. Taking chaos, putting it together, and having a little bit of fun out of all of it. What do you think, Justin?
Hey, man. Well, I mean, I'm right there with you. Yeah, been here 10 years in this town, and I'm all about the chaos. You know, you just got to learn to embrace it in some form or fashion.
Oh, you got to, man. I mean, it's the chaos is what I think really brings a lot of it together, man.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time because I love networking, you know, they ask me, how do you get in these places at the Bluebird and stuff? And I'm like, I just go out and immerse myself in the chaos.
That's it.
It ends up being the things that open the doors for me. So.
Well, yeah, and plus you got that very charming Southern drawl from Texas.
It's the daggum hat, right?
There you go, dadgum. I used to say that a bunch. Dadgummit.
I say it a lot, man. I had an artist that I play guitar for in town. Her name is Whitney Miller. She heard me say it so much that last year for my birthday, she had the hat made and said, "Happy birthday, dadgummit." I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. So
That is awesome.
she inspired me. I'm actually making some with a line, my merch line that say justinlovemusic.com below them. So yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I have to get you one.
Yeah, I would love one. I'd put it right there on my daggum table.
Oh, I want you to wear it. No, that's all right.
I can wear it too. It doesn't matter to me.
No,
I
it's
mean,
all good. I like the way you have on.
dude,
Retro.
I've had this ever since I got it from Taco Bell back in '94. Yes, I'll take some of that, please. Oh. Well, you had one. I had to get me one, so.
I did. You know, Teresa, man, she was just so nice and said, "You want a Jack and Coke?" I said, "Yep."
Just a little something, something.
Put it together. I call it a good tasting joke. That's the way I feel about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, me and you was texting last night, and I was driving home, and I was just like, no, I wasn't. I was driving down here. My days are running together. But me and you were texting.
It's the alcohol talking.
No, it wasn't alcohol, because I'm totally sober. Can I have some Coke in that, please?
Oh my God.
I didn't want it straight. But yeah, you was texting me and everything, and you know, I pulled your stuff up and I was listening to your music on the way home, and I was like, damn.
Oh, thank you, man.
Dude, I love those songs.
Appreciate it, man. I have some good co-writers, you know, and I'm thankful that God's allowed me to be in this town 10 years and create what I've done, you know, and figure out my craft as far as how I want to hit it. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's that one song, Feels.
Oh yeah. It caught you off guard, right?
It caught me off guard, and I was really feeling it. And then when it got that little bit of I was dancing in the seat, and I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, dang man. You know what? You're just doing what all the girls do. So, hey, it's all good. I'm not going to judge you for it.
I liked it, man.
Thanks, man.
I had it cranked up in the truck, man. I was just jamming all the way up. And then get down here, put all this stuff together, and then next thing I know, you're in the daggum door down there. So
a daggum door. That's right. I am. Yeah. Oh, man.
See, now that word's going to be stuck in my head all day now.
You're welcome. It's more genuine than Mater from Cars, I promise.
Oh, yeah. So you grew up in Waco, Texas, man.
I did. So fun fact, when the girls downstairs, when I walked in, they said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Waco, Texas." I feel the few, the proud, the one that got out. That's what I say.
Yeah, I've got a friend that lives down in Bryan, Texas.
Oh yeah, I know where Bryan is.
Yeah, it's a cute little town.
Texas is a good spot, man. I don't do Texas country.
Yeah.
I was doing Christian music when I was in Texas.
Well, that's what I was reading, because you're actually, this may be correct, it may not be, because I get a lot of stuff off the internet.
Oh, boy.
Well, my assistant does. Youth pastor's son.
Yep.
And you learned how to perform at the hometown church.
Yep, I did. I started off on the drums when I was 11. I mean, I was singing since I was 5 years old, and I taught my sister to harmonize when she was 6.
Yeah.
And I go back to those days and I think of like how it happened. And if I'm being honest, I would just tell her to sing with me, but then I'd say, sing a little bit higher than me. And I'd say, yeah, now follow me. and that's how I taught her to harmonize. So God gave me that gift of, ear for music for early on.
And the gift of gab.
And the gift. Look, if you want me to shut up, just daggum tell me. I talk a lot, but I'm a great listener too. But so music's been my passion since 13, and after I learned the drums, I watched the pastor's son, and I started memorizing. I had to memorize Bible verses as a kid,
right,
to get my allowance.
Oh yeah.
So that's what started making my memory fuel to the point where I could watch someone play the drums and know when to hit what.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it paid off. I'm thankful for it.
Oh,
Hated it as a kid, but I love it now.
Well, that's where you learn how to get all the feels in right where it needs to be put in, and it's a dadgummit strong.
Don't blame me. I didn't make Teresa.
Well, I mean,
look at your, a great job.
Look at your cup. Look at mine. I mean, come on.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Yeah. No, are you drinking out of a fifth? I mean,
I don't know how much.
Yeah,
all I know is I can taste the Jack. But
oh Lord, what ought to clean the windpipe out?
It will definitely.
Yeah.
Just pray I remember my lyrics. So fun fact: when I'm in town, I've been in town for a while. I do my artist thing, but I also play for other artists.
Right.
And the reason I get hired is because I memorize their sets.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's paid off for me, and taking me to places like the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You played at the Super Bowl.
I played at a private event during Super Bowl weekend.
Okay.
Got picked up in a Bentley. I only knew those things existed in 007 films.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that was amazing. I got put in the back of a Cadillac Escalade asking what I wanted to drink. I was like, this is not happening.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was a whole new world, according to Aladdin.
Man. So what was your first song you wrote?
Oh, Lord. My first song was 11 years old. It was a song called Meeting in the Air.
You still remember it?
I do, and it sucks. There's only one person in my family, and I mean this in the most respectful. She's kind of crazy in the head, and it was the only person that wanted that song of all the songs I had written. She goes, "Oh, I need to hear that song, Meeting in the Air," and it was about being in Mexico, across the border for some meeting.
Yeah,
and like a spiritual meeting. I was a Christian artist for a long time, so
right?
That's what it was. But nobody else relates with it but her. She's like, "Oh, it's my favorite song." I was like,
did you record it for her?
hell no. No, I didn't.
Well, I mean, we are at Nashvox Studios. We can go downstairs and record it real quick.
We could. I don't even know what she's doing these days. I mean,
there ain't no telling.
She might be in a nut house. Pardon me.
I think they tore down most of those, and you just got them running around now. So I mean,
you might be right there. Yeah, but that was my first song I ever wrote.
So what one did you? What was the first one you recorded?
The first song I ever recorded was a song called "Break These Chains." It was a Christian song. I had a group called Leaving 99, and
how old was you then?
Oh Lord, it's 2009. So I'm 33 now. I suck at numbers. So 33. In 2023 and then 2009, just do the math in your head. Hell of fire.
I ain't no good at math. I went to Metro Davidson County Schools, man.
I went to Daggum. It doesn't matter. I went to private Christian school and graduated valedictorian out of 3 seniors. So don't think I've got it any better.
Well, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I was probably like in my early teens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Did you record it at home or actual studio?
I had a little rig that my dad bought that I recorded at the house, yeah.
Say
and
a
it
lot?
was just so hilarious. I go back and listen to sometimes what I have.
Yeah.
And I go, man, that's so out of tune. Man, that's so off. It's like
just sit there and critique the hell out of it.
Yeah, the little nuances that you learn as you're in the business. It's like, man, I sucked.
Yeah, because I remember the first thing I ever recorded was I was with a band and they had bought a 4-track recorder.
Oh, okay.
And set it on the bookshelf and hit record. And then they played in a bedroom.
Are you ready? I mean, heck,
that was
and
it.
Go.
And
wow.
That's what we did back in the day. That's how you made your demo tapes, man. Mm-hmm. Because, back then could nobody afford $300 to go get in the studio.
I still can't afford $400. My actual prices for my records are above $2,000, But I also work with a #1 producer. His name is Jason Wyatt. He had a #1 with Kid Rock.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Now, did he do that song, The Feels, and
he did all those, man.
all those? Man, they were really, really good.
He's amazing. I mean, he's one of the few people that I say the reason I always recommend him and thank him is because he takes whatever demo I bring in and elevates it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and that's what you want in a producer, but you also want someone that appreciates your creative ear. So, like, if I don't want a certain thing in there, he knows and he goes, okay, well, I can see your face. And we've been working together for years. And he's like, I've got it. You don't want this. I said, no, I don't. You know, so that's nice.
yeah, I mean, it was just, I was actually taken aback a little bit because the quality and the way it was produced and put together, I mean, it was just top freaking notch, man.
Thank you, man.
You sounded like an angel.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. I mean, my grandma called me a silver-tongued angel because you know I'm a Christian. So.
There you go. And from Texas.
Yeah, and from Texas. Got to bring that part up, yeah.
So did your family really back you real good and good support system and all that stuff when you decided to do all this, or?
Absolutely. My dad never really pushed us to do anything. I played sports for a little bit, played basketball. It took a little bit of my time when I was in school, but then, you know, music's been my passion since 13.
Yeah.
You know, I heard a Christian song on the radio and I was like, that is what I want to do for the rest of my life in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
And it was by a guy named Chris Tomlin. But yeah, so I mean, they've been backing me, supporting me. My dad's like one of my go-tos and my heroes, so we talk all the time. He drives a truck. So we have conversations every day about it. And he's always asked me, he said, when you gonna record my favorite song? Just want to take a drive. I'm like, whenever you decide you want to back it.
Send me a check and we'll talk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because you write all the time and you write songs and you write better songs, you know. And he's like, man, that's a good song. I show it to all my friends. I said, but that's your circle. They're not going to. You don't go to church to get told you suck.
No.
Right?
No.
Your family isn't going to tell you you suck unless they just don't care about you.
No, that's
you go
true.
outside your circle and you find out what you're really made of and what this industry and people think of you.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that 10 years worth in this town, they've thought pretty decent of me. So
Yeah. I mean, you've done good. And I think the first song that really got me on music, that whole path, you know.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't want to do vocals. I had a deep voice, even from being young, you know, 16, 17 years old when, you know, the boys dropped and everything came in.
You a baritone boy.
Yeah. So, but my dad sang bass.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
And it was every Sunday we was at church anyway, you know.
Nice.
And the one song that always stuck with me that I loved, Have a Little Talk with Jesus.
Oh, wow.
I love that song.
I never would have guessed that. I would have thought it would have been something like, look what the Lord has done, or even nothing in church driven, something very deep.
Well, what I liked is the arrangement really on that song, because you have your tenors.
Yep.
And then you've got your bass parts, and it all flows together.
Yeah.
You know, you got them, you know, have a little talk with Jesus. And let us tell them all about our problems. Let us.
Yeah.
You know.
There's no stepping on. If anything, you go back to some of those quartets, you know, and you listen to them like the Gold String Quartet, and they're singing all them gospel songs. Even the early days of Bill Gaither and, you know, that whole thing. I fell in love with that stuff just because of all the different harmonies. You know?
Well, back in the 50s, I believe it was.
When you had like doo-wop?
No, it was my great grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Her last name was Adamson, and my granddaddy, and two of their friends formed a gospel group called the Adamsons.
Oh, okay.
And they actually recorded I believe they recorded an album. I remember seeing it when I was young, but I haven't seen it since.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I doubt if it's on the internet because nobody freaking cared, probably. I don't know. But
I was like, everything seems to be on YouTube. It finds its way on YouTube.
Somebody's got it somewhere, you know. That's why I'm glad that there wasn't no cameras or nothing or any of that crap when I was growing up.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
I'd have been my chaos would have been all over YouTube. I can tell you. I think we invented Hold My Beer.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So what song are you gonna do for us?
Man, I was gonna let you pick, but honestly, I feel like I should do one that I've released. But if I get a couple, I'll go ahead and do one that I'm gonna release.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, all right. So nobody really understands the whole thing with Nashville. Is it's a struggle being here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it really is. You gotta immerse yourself in the chaos. I mean, in the sense of like, you probably have to write with people you probably wouldn't normally write with.
Yeah.
You got to go out and drink a couple more drinks. And I'm a lightweight. I weigh 137.5 pounds. So I don't wake up drinking and go to bed drinking and feel okay the next morning. It don't happen.
God, no, it doesn't.
I'm not from Wisconsin. I played some gigs out there with those people, and they can just do it like clockwork. But
Wisconsin, they roll the beer out in the kegs.
They do, yeah. But
and that's just for one person.
Right. You ain't just a kidding, actually. I played with an artist that's from Kenosha area, and he literally has his own stash. He says, "This is mine.
That's it.
You don't touch it. You can have anything else in my beer, in my bar, but you cannot have this." It's hilarious. So that's hilarious you brought that up. That's funny. But I just tell people I wrote this song. We're recording it in a couple weeks, actually.
Well, actually, you're recording it now.
Well, yeah. Well, that's fantastic. We're going in the studio with it in a couple weeks.
And you're gonna do full production on it?
Yeah, we're gonna do. I think I told my producer I wanted still. I mean, it's a very emotional driven song. I wrote it for the people that are here chasing their dreams, doing what they love.
Yeah.
You know, and the struggle behind it. I was playing guitar for an artist, and I had played 3 gigs in one day. And I usually only play like 2, but I played 3. I said yes to this last one. It's good money playing for other artists, but I also just love harmonizing with them.
Yeah.
And it was 11:30 at night, and I have a day job that wakes me up around like 5:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I got home around 12:15, and I started walking in, and I was like, Lord, I'm just so exhausted. I'm not the type to want to throw in the towel. I'm a very positive, encouraging SOB.
Right.
But I had this moment, and I was thinking, you know, maybe I'm supposed to leave. You know, maybe I'm supposed to pack up my bags and go do something else, you know, and not waste my time with this, you know, this chaos. And no sooner did I say that in my head, I didn't say it out loud, did I walk inside, and God told me to open up my acoustic guitar case, and I brought it out. And I started this little bit of just pouring my heart out in the song, and then I took it to my co-writer. I call her Dagum Delphia. Her name's Delphia. She's like, she goes, my only joke to my name is Delphia, like Philo without, you know, Philadelphia without the Philo.
Yeah.
But she jumped all over this song because it related with her situation.
Awesome.
And we created this beautiful masterpiece, and I'm just so proud of it. So, yeah.
Let her rip. What's the name of it?
Time Ain't Now.
Time Ain't Now.
Yeah.
By Justin Love.
I'm so tired of losing sleep, keeping me up at night. Is what I'm doing good enough? Is it worth the fight? Will it ever be alright? I'm uninspired, so I try to pour my heart out in a song. But the feeling loses feeling for too long. Is there something wrong? See, I just wanna give up on this thing I call a dream. Pick up and leave. But I can't, 'cause every single time I think I'm gonna throw in the towel, gloves off, guard down, I find myself get right back in the ring. No, I can't just call it quits. It is what it is. I'm over this and all. It isn't the way it's meant to be. So when my head tells my heart that I should leave this town, I just tell myself that time ain't now. I feel so stupid, spinning round and round and round on this broken wheel, thinking I'm getting somewhere, but I'm just standing still. Damn, what's the deal? And this dream I'm chasing, if only I could forget about somehow. But I know without a doubt that I can't, 'cause every single time I think I'm gonna throw in the towel, gloves off, guard down, I find myself get right back in the ring. No, I can't just call it quits, it is what it is, I'm over this and all. It isn't the way it's meant to be. So when my head tells my heart that I should leave this town, I just tell myself that time made me packing my bags. Slow down this so fast and closing that open door. 'Cause I know it's worth fighting for. So I can't, 'cause every single time I think I'm gonna throw in the towel, gloves off, guard down, I find myself get right back in the ring. No, I can't just call it quits, it is what it is, I'm over this and all. It isn't the way it's meant to be. So when my head tells my heart that I should leave this town, and everybody says that I should settle down, I just tell myself that time ain't now. That time ain't now.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
That's in the feels too.
Thank you, man. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. You know, I cried when I wrote it. Straight up fact. You know, I think it was God just telling me that, like, it's not your time yet to leave here.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I want you to take off and go back to Texas. Now, fun fact: if Texas ever did go become its own entity, as you know, its own deal, I would totally move back in a heartbeat. I'm like,
Well,
sorry,
I mean,
Jesus. Yeah.
if it does do that, I'll drive the U-Haul. I'll go with you. I don't care.
Well, either way, man, I'm just thankful for all the artists that have jumped on board and felt this. You know, the struggle is real. Everybody thinks it happens overnight. And granted, they used to call it a 10-year town. Now I call it a TikTok town, straight up, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'm a professional clock in and outer from work.
Yeah.
I don't do anything else on TikTok, but I mean, I should. I need to. You know, it's not the necessary fact that I just don't like it. It's the fact that I love Instagram more, you know. But
Well, I mean,
you got to
know,
roll with the times, just like the artists evolve. So
Well, that's my daughter, Annabelle. She did my TikTok for me because I couldn't figure it out. I did good to figure out Instagram. And to be honest with you, there's times I'll go to try and like post something on Instagram or something like that. I can't ever get it to work. I can't do it.
and that's funny, man. I understand that. I mean, but if you have like, so if you have an iPhone, there's a thing sometimes where you it's several options when you go through.
Oh, yeah.
You can scroll and it'll say post, but then the thing about that is it takes forever whenever you want to tag someone.
Oh, yeah.
So you can post it, but then you have to go back in and edit it just to tag them.
Yeah, and then on
pull up.
Instagram, I was trying to load something to just post it to my page, but then whenever I hit share, it was pulling up everybody else, so I had to go down to there and individually click each one of them.
Oh God!
And then I'm getting messages back going, I didn't need to see that. And then I had to look and see, make sure what I sent was what I sent, you know?
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, technology at its finest. Whatever. I'll do my best to get back on the TikTok wagon, but man, right now I'm dragging.
Oh yeah, I can totally relate. Because you're up at 5:30 every morning going to work.
I am.
For this CMA thing, I made a deal with my boss. I come in at 4:00, and I can get off at 10:30, so I can haul butt down here to try and get all this stuff going on. So.
Oh well, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, that's cool. I'm excited to be here. You know, it's nice to meet you. I appreciate Teresa. You know, hooking us up and doing this, at her place. I mean, I love Nash Fox Studios.
It's, dude, all this came together within the last week.
I know. That's what she asked me. She goes, hey, do you want to do a podcast? I'm like, well, daggum. I mean, since you're asking me so last minute, I ain't got nothing going on. I'm already off for CMA Fest.
Yeah,
and I'm thankful I was.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, I'm glad to have you on the show because, dude, that was an awesome song.
Appreciate it, man.
And everybody needs to check out all your other songs, too, because I'm still stuck on Feels. I mean, it's an awesome song to me.
I'm not against playing the acoustic version for you, but just know it's not going to be the same type of vibe. But
I mean, I don't know if I'd be dancing with just the acoustic.
You won't. Because I don't even dance with the acoustic.
Because that one little part, man, it kind of gets you in the boogie part,
Right. It starts off that way, and then it cuts the beat in half, and people aren't expecting that.
Yeah.
And that's the part of me as a drummer coming in when I came in with my producer, and he goes, oh, damn. He goes, that's a ball game changer. So that was cool.
So how many instruments do you play?
I play drums, guitar, bass, and I dabble on the piano.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, man. It's nice.
So I couldn't do it. I just couldn't.
You play any instrument?
No.
Oh.
I tried drums. I tried playing bass. And I just...
Wait, you tried playing bass?
Yeah.
Bass is actually one of the easiest instruments.
Not when your idol is playing for Iron Maiden.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
And then the song I was trying to learn was Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which is a long song anyway.
Yes, it is. You can't start off with something sophisticated. That's like trying to go in a relationship and saying, hey, will you marry me when we just first went out?
Well, I mean, nowadays, I don't even think they ask that. They just walk up and go, hey, you wanna?
I wrote that song, right? Yeah, I wanna. That's hilarious. Oh, man.
See, I referenced that.
Yeah,
did you notice that?
You're a slick and sly dog, man. That's funny, David. That's hilarious.
Got to plug them while we can, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's an interesting way to plug it, but yes, I get it.
Hey. Lord of mercy.
Yeah, man.
And see, that was actually down here on my list that my assistant made. I like showing this stuff. I get paper. She does a great job. She pulls everybody's stuff and everything else and gets everything laid out for me, and I love it.
As long as she don't pull my record, I don't know what it says on it.
Well, she said something about she thought it was you on OnlyFans, but I told her, get off that. That wasn't him. Get off of that.
It's Only Friends. That's the one I'm on. Yeah.
Damn. All right, dude. Well, you got one more song?
I got one more. Yeah. I mean, you want me to play the released one, or you want me to do one that I have coming out as well?
That's up to you.
All right, well, again, I mean, we're on this thing. Check out my released music. I'm going to do one that I'm releasing. Yeah, and this one's fun. This was inspired by a girl from Instagram. I saw her photo, and this is a song called Toes in the Water. Has nothing to do with Zach Brown Band's song Toes, but she was sitting here. I'm a gentleman through and through, but this girl was in a skimpy little pink bikini, and she had a beautiful body. Lord have mercy. And never met her. Well, I met her now, but had yet to meet her. She became a friend of mine on Instagram and followed me. And she was like, "Man, I love your music." I'm like, "I love you." I'm just kidding. But anyway, and so needless to say, she put that video, that photo out, and I was like, "Man, I just want to dip my toes in the water next to her." I feel like if I'm just in the vicinity, I will be great. You know?
just
in the vicinity.
Just in the vicinity.
And my co-writers, Scott Ross out in L.A. and John Cirillo, who's no longer with us, they jumped all over this. But I will always give credit to my buddy Troy Castellano for the idea of twisting and flipping the way that we did in this.
This is it. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, this is not your normal country, dadgum. But this is my one. I take people to church without taking them to church. It's called Toes in the Water. Ooh, 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 ooh. It was a July 4th on fire, I was no lie. Tequila shot, wired a lonely guy till the moment that girl walked by. Oh, it's like she knew I was just waiting to make a move, thinking that maybe this might be that chance worth taking. Looking back now, still don't know how we ended out on the dance floor. It started with my toes in the water, then it got hotter when her blue eyes looked my way. Summer sunset on her skin got me falling off a deep in that crystal bay. I was sinking and swimming, loving and living. Now she hit me like a tidal wave. Only God knows how I even caught her. She stole my heart with my toes in the water. And she did too, dadgum. It was a midnight, neon crazy, I was all like you and me, baby, and every song was our love anthem. Oh yeah, started with my toes in the water, then it got hotter when her blue eyes looked my way. Summer sunset on her skin got me falling off a deep in that crystal bay. I was sinking and swimming, loving and living. Now she hit me like a tidal wave. Only God knows how I even caught her. She stole my heart with my toes in the water. Looking back now, still don't know how we ended out on the dance floor. Looking back now, still don't know how, baby, how it all went down. It started with my toes in the water, then it got hotter when the blue eyes looked my way. Summer sunset on her skin got me falling off a deep in that crystal bay. I was sinking and swimming, loving and living. Now she hit me like a tidal wave. Only God knows how I even caught her. She stole my heart. Only God knows how I even caught her. She stole my heart with my toes in the water. Yeah, with my toes in the water. Yeah, she stole my heart with my toes in the water.
You was right. That ain't country. That's not traditional country.
It's like Kenny Loggins, man.
Yeah, I know. I love that shit.
Thank you, man. That's the lead guitar player on all my records. Plays lead guitar for Kenny Loggins.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he just happened to go to my church, so it's just perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's that whole networking thing, man.
It is, man. Yeah, I'm thankful. So, yeah, I appreciate it. That's Toes in the Water coming at you soon. I met the
Can't
boy.
wait.
I met her boyfriend. Her boyfriend came to town with her. And he's like 6'6", and she was like, "I want to shout out on that song." She came to my show, and I was like, She goes, "Oh no!" And her boyfriend goes, "It's cool." I'm like, "You ain't heard the song?" He goes, "No, I haven't." I said, "It ain't cool. I promise, man."
No.
I did it anyway, and he shook my hand real hard.
I can
was like,
imagine.
ouch, man. So, but yeah, it's a good one.
All right. Well, look in that camera right there. Tell everybody your socials.
My name's Justin Love, and you can find me on Farmers Only. No, I'm just kidding. My name's
Farmers
Justin.
Only?
You know.
Farmers Only?
Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't know.
I'm Justin Love, and thank you so much. You can find me at justinlovemusic.com. That's the easiest way to take it, everything.
Everything you got, except TikTok.
Well,
TikTok coming soon.
TikTok coming soon, pretty much, yeah. I'll have to put it on there. I'll reach out to my person.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're going to get out of here. I really appreciate you being on.
Hey, thank you for having me, David Bradley. This is great, man. I hope to catch you again soon, man.
Oh, dude, like I say, everybody's got itineraries and everything, and, we're just doing the live streaming. But after all this is done,
yeah,
get your butt back in here. We'll do some recording. We'll hang out 2-3 hours. I don't care.
Cool, man. And we'll have some more drinks together.
Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit bigger glass for you.
Well, a better glass for me anyway. I mean, come on. It's my damn show.
Appreciate you having me, man. This is great.
All right,
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Remember, check out Justin, like, share, subscribe, follow. Help these guys out, man. I feel like I'm on a telethon on my soapbox here telling everybody. It don't cost nothing. Click, like, share, subscribe, follow. Go to their TikTok if they get one.
I have one. It just is not that active, but I will do it.
Okay.
I
All right.
will.
All right. You're going to have to get on it. All right. We're getting out of here. And